Imagine you are standing in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. It is humid. It is loud with the sound of insects and birds. It is the greenest place on Earth. You blink your eyes for just 1 second, and when you open them, it's gone. No trees, no rivers, no jaguars, just sand. Millions of miles of scorching hot yellow sand. In a single heartbeat, 2.1 million square miles of lush jungle have been replaced by a barren wasteland. You might think, okay, that is bad for Brazil. But you are wrong. This isn't just a local disaster. This is the first domino in a chain reaction that will destroy the global economy, starve millions, and perhaps end modern civilization as we know it. Welcome to the timeline of the Great Amazon Desert. Here is exactly what happens right now. Day 1, the Great Silence. The moment the transformation happens, the world goes into shock. We just lost 390 billion trees instantly. The indigenous tribes living in the forest are suddenly stranded in a dune sea with no water. The animals? It is a mass extinction event not seen since the dinosaurs. Millions of species, some we haven't even discovered yet, are wiped out in hours due to the sudden heat and lack of cover. But the real horror starts when the sun goes down. You see, the Amazon isn't just a forest, it is a giant water pump. We call them flying rivers. The trees suck up moisture from the ground and release 20 billion tons of water into the atmosphere every single day. That is more water than the entire Amazon River flows into the ocean. Without the trees, the pump breaks immediately. Week 1, the weather collapse. By the end of the first week, the sky over South America changes. Without that humidity, clouds stop forming. The temperature in the region skyrockets by up to 10 degrees Celsius. Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro begin to run out of water. But here's the twist you didn't see coming. Those flying rivers do not just stay in Brazil, they travel. They bring rain to Argentina, Paraguay, and even influence weather patterns as far away as the United States Midwest. Sudden droughts strike the breadbaskets of the world. Soy farms dry up, cattle ranches turn to dust, the global stock market crashes as food futures panic. Now, you have probably heard the saying that the Amazon is the lungs of the earth, providing 20% of our oxygen. Actually, that is a myth. The Amazon consumes almost as much oxygen as it produces, so we won't suffocate, at least not from a lack of air. We will suffocate from the heat. Month 1. The carbon bomb. This is the scientific nightmare scenario. The Amazon acts as a massive carbon sink. It holds between 90 and 140 billion tons of carbon. If the forest turns to sand, that carbon storage is gone. But if the forest died and turned to a desert, all that rotting wood would release that carbon into the atmosphere. Let's assume it just vanished. Even then, we have lost our best weapon against climate change. The Earth's temperature begins to climb rapidly. The bright sand reflects sunlight, yes, but the loss of cooling humidity turns the equator into an oven. Year 1, the firestorms. The surrounding areas, which used to be wetlands, are now bone dry. Massive wildfires, bigger than anything seen in California or Australia, sweep across the rest of South America. Smoke covers the southern hemisphere for months. Agriculture in South America collapses completely. Brazil, once a superpower of food production, faces a famine. Millions of climate refugees begin moving north and south looking for water. Borders close. Wars break out over rivers that are slowly drying up. Year 10, the new Earth. A decade later, the world looks different. The lack of rain from the Amazon has turned parts of the United States and Mexico into arid zones. Food is expensive, a luxury item. The weather patterns are broken. Hurricanes are unpredictable. The jet stream has shifted. The Amazon desert is now just like the Sahara, a giant empty scar on the face of the planet. It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But here's the scary part. Scientists say the Amazon is approaching a tipping point. If we cut down just 20 to 25% of the forest, it will stop being able to make its own rain. It will begin a slow, unstoppable transition into a savanna. We aren't at the desert stage yet, but we're walking towards the edge of the cliff. So, what do you think? Could humanity survive if the greenest place on Earth turned yellow? Or would this be the great filter that ends us? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see what happens if the oceans froze instantly, click that video on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the future.